Morning students, we saw yesterday some good concept of limit as well as we saw some questions, two methods we discussed, rationalization method and factorization method of solving the limit. Today we will see some formulas. Can you see here? This is the first one I am telling you, limit of x tends to 0 sine x upon x. This is very good concept. When you will put x tends to 0 here, sine 0 upon 0 and sine 0 itself meaning 0 upon 0 not defined, it is coming. When it is not defined, it means that you have to simplify the term. You have to simplify the term. Let me speak one thing, that we have a sine x and I am using here the third method we also can call expansion method. This method normally will not be used in the question, but in derivation I am using it. In derivation I am using it. This is the expansion method. And what is the expansion method? I will expand the series of sin x minus x cube by factorial 3 plus x5 by factorial 5, x7 upon factorial 7 and so on. You just have to keep remember this series. Or in second sentence I would say that this will not come in exam. This is just to understand about the derivation. If you use this sequence here, this is x in denominator 1 by x and sin x have a big sequence I am using here. I am using here. So this is the way. Now take out x common. So it is 1, it is x square remaining because you took x common. It's a 4, it is 6 and so on. These two will cancel and use a limit. X tends to 0 when you will put this is a 1, this gonna be 0, this gonna be 0 and all the term will be 0. So only 1 is remaining there. So it means that this answer is 1. So it's our own formula actually. Sin, whenever x tends to 0 is here, sin x upon x is 1. So keep remember this formula. More things I will tell you later. But first of all, look at the next formula. Limit x tends to 0, tan x upon x. Actually, this question can be done by same method where the sequence of tan x will be used. But this time I am telling you this question by the other method. That simple method I am going to use. This tan x I will write sin x upon cos x and it is only x. Now what I will do, I will take sin x upon x and this cos x I am writing separate 1 by cos x. Now I will separate the limit. I taught you yesterday that limit can be separate anytime anywhere. Like sin x upon x and limit x tends to 0 1 by cos x. Sin x upon x under the limit x tends to 0 is 1. So this is 1 and x tends to 0 put here 1 by cos 0 and you know cos 0 is 1. So 1 into 1 upon 1 is 1. So lastly I would speak that it is also 1. So student, these two formulas are important one. We have seen two formulas. Let me tell you one more formula which may be in your book or not. Still I am telling you third one. Can you see e to the power x minus 1 upon x? What is the answer? Again, when you will put x tends to 0, e to the power 0 meaning 1, 1 minus 1 is 0 and x tends to 0 here also. 0 upon 0 it is coming, which is not defined. It means you have to simplify the term. So how I will simplify? I will use the sequence of e to the power x. And this is the sequence. And I know that it is you have seen very first time this one, but keep remember for further classes, this is a sequence, you know, of e to the power x. This will not come in exam, you don't worry. You just see for understanding it. So this is a sequence and I am using here. This x I am writing outside. E to the power x have a long sequence, 1 plus x square by factorial 2, x cube by factorial 3 and so on. And this is minus 1. This is minus 1. Can you see this 1 and 1 will cancel? Plus 1 and minus 1. From the rest term, take out x common. So this x have a common, 1 there remaining. This is x remaining. This is x square remaining. And till end x will be there. These two cancel. Use a limit x tends to 0. This will be 0, this will be 0 and all 0. Only 1 is there, which is lastly remaining. So your answer is 1. It means it is 1. So 3 formulas we have seen till here. Sin x upon x, tan x upon x and e to the power x minus 1 upon x, all under the limit is 1. So please keep remember these are all laws. Some more important thing I am telling you here, try to understand. If we have seen the formula sin x upon x is equal to 1, okay, this you know the formula now. Instead of this question, if question is like x tends to 0, sine of 5x upon x is coming. So what is its answer? So let me speak simply that sine 5x upon x is there. So two things we have to do. First is shortcut and second is with the explanation. First I want to tell you with the explanation. It is sine 5x and it is x. Fumble there. You know, first of all, we assume that 5x equal to y. So whenever we do like that, we will change all the term of x into the y. This is 5x, so I change in y. This is x, so x will be, you know it, x will be y by 5. And about this, so you can understand when x will go to 0, when x will go to 0, 5 into 0 will be 0, so y will be 0. When x is going up to 0, y will definitely reach or approach to the 0. So this portion will change as y tends to 0, sine of, instead of 5x I will write y, and instead of x I will write y by 5. So this 5 y by 5 will transfer upside. Five is a constant value, will come outside, and this is again the same formula which was in x, now it is in y. So your answer is 1. So 5 into 1 is your answer 5. This is actually long method. I don't want to use this. Before doing, I tell you one formula which you will feel good. Look at it. We saw the formula this one. So I just want to tell you one symmetry. The symmetry is, if it is x here, it must be x, meaning both terms should be equal. Then your answer called 1 without changing this. Let it be x tends to 0, no matter at all. But the shortcut says, if this angle is x and in upon there is the same value of the angle, your answer is 1. Like, if I put the same question, if sine 5x upon x, as I taught you, let it be same, but angle is 5x. So in denominator, if you supposed to have 5x, your answer will be 1. So okay, we know that it is 5x. So I will try to make it is 5x. So it is x, I multiply and divide by 5. Why I did so? Because I wanted to make these two equal. So angle was 5x. This is now it is 5x. Now keep 5 outside because x is a constant value. So your 5x upon 5 is remaining here, and you know it is 1. As I taught you here, you know, when angle and denominator portion is same, under the limit x tends to 0, you need not change the limit, answer is 1. So this is also 1. So your answer is 5. This is shortcut method. And student, you have to use this concept everywhere. Even with tan x upon x we saw it is 1. If you supposed to have a good question, I'm telling you, look at. Suppose question is like that. Like that. Suppose the question is like that. So what is the answer? So good question it is coming. Try to understand, I'm telling you the answer. This is square. It is square. And it is only x. So first of all I tell you that make it square. Like. It is x. You multiply by x and divide by x. Why I did so? Because it is 10 square and x into x is x square into x. Now break the limit in two parts. 10 square x upon x square and x. What about that? I tell you one thing, that how it can be done. This is square, this is square. Make a whole square. Into whatever the answer here, no matter at all. But about that, this limit can be used inside, because I taught you that limit can be go through all the way wherever the x is available there. So it is x here, so limit we can write inside, like limit x is 0, 10x upon x whole square can be written. So whatever the answer there, no matter, this is 1, this is 1. So whenever the square will be coming, try to make whole square term, so that you need to make its denominator also in square form, multiply and divide by x and make like that. So my main aim just to tell you the concept. The questions will be done definitely in follow the example and exercise, so we will look for that. Okay, now I have explained each and everything. Same as I would explain one thing. Whenever e to the power x minus 1 upon x was 1, we saw, right now we saw, instead of x, if you suppose to have 2x, this is not 1. Again the same symmetry will be used. If it is x, it must be x. If it is 2x, it must be 2x. So you have to make only denominator 2x. So you multiply and divide by 2 and keep 2 outside because it is constant value, and now this looks same. Answer is 1. So 2 into 1 is equal to 2. This is answer. So hope you are getting it. Now we can see some question of the book. We have some good question. Theorem number 5 it is actually. First question, sin x upon x, I already have taught you this. If this question will be coming in exam, you have to do whole derivation which I made already on the board. Sin x upon x equal to 1. How it came? I taught you already. Now question number 2 it is, this is a beautiful one. This question can come in exam. Prove that 1 minus cos x upon x equal to 0. Prove that 1 minus cos x upon x equal to 0. It is actually a formula. It is actually a question. It is actually a question. So it is actually a question. How we can deal this question? Try to understand. It is 1 minus cos x upon x, a term and we want 0. I will take a left hand side. I start my solution from here. 1 minus cos x upon x. How we can start? I just want to tell you something about the question. In the case of limit, two things are important, sine and tan, because we have a formula of sine x upon x equal to 1 and tan x upon x equal to 1. But this is not sine and tan, it is cos. So 1 minus cos, we already had studied about formulas in trigonometry. In trigonometry we saw lots of formulas, half angle formula and so on. Let me explain here. Can you see? Can you watch? Cos 2 theta. We had 4 formulas of this. 4 formulas of this. Cos 2 theta, we have 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Now for this, at the instant you don't remember the formulas. So please take out the list of the formulas in the trigonometry and then go for that. So this is cos 2 theta equal to 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Let me explain. 2 sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta. I did transfer. And if I want to make a half angle formula, students, you divide by 2 in angles. So 2 sin square theta by 2 is equal to 1 minus cos theta. You know, this is theta and this is theta by 2. So what you have obtained, 2 sin square theta by 2 equal to 1 minus cos theta. So students, 1 minus cos theta equal to, now read opposite, 1 minus cos theta equal to 2 sin square theta by 2. Can you see? 1 minus cos theta. So it can be written this one. So I will write same. By this formula, it is 2 sin square x by 2 upon x. Now this 2 I am writing outside. And you remember that this is a square of sine. So I will make also it square. Recently in case of tan, I taught you this. So I will make denominator square. So how I treat the question? Look at, I tell you. It is sine square x by 2. It is x. So I will multiply and divide by x. And why I did so? Because I wanted square in denominator. So this is square, and I break the limit in two parts like that. You know, limit with this and limit with this. So I would speak something about this. You know, this is a square of sine and x, make a whole square along with limit. Because no matter at all, no effect on the limit of the square affected on sine and x, and both had a square. I separated and so I combined and joined the square, and it is same as going on till end. What about that? This is sine x by 2 upon x. I taught you angle should equal to denominator, then it will be called 1 under the limit 0. So it is not 1. I will make denominator equal to its angle. This is x, so I divide by 2 and multiply by 2. Why I did so? Because it was x by 2 angle, I wanted to make this x as x by 2, multiply and divide by 2. Then this 2 I will make outside because it is a constant value. 2 had a square, so 2 2s are 4, and 4 will go outside in denominator, you know, and the remaining is x tends to 0. Sin x by 2 upon x by 2 whole square into this. Lastly, I would have a words that this is whole 1 because angle equal to denominator we have obtained. This is 1 by 2. This is 1 square meaning 1, and this is limit x tends to 0 0. When you will put x tends to 0 here, it will be 0. So whole answer 0 1 by 2 is equal to 0. This is right hand side. This is actually very good concept and question also. So please follow this and do the practice. Okay, let me write it out. Some more example I will explain here to you. This is very important chapter, so that I put chapter right here. This will definitely helpful to you in class 12. Example number 4 is limit x tends to 0. We have two questions. Sin 4x upon sin 2x. And second question, tan x upon x. Then only I have taught you this sin tan x upon x. In early of the concept I taught you. You can see the video again and again and get the answer of tan x upon x, which is 1. Okay, now I want to tell you about sin 4x upon sin 2x. This is very simple question. I would speak something about sin 4x, and I taught you whenever sin is coming, their angle, whatever the angle, the same number should be in denominator, whole will be called 1 under the limit x tends to 0. So if you have sin with angle 4x, now I will make 4x in denominator just by dividing and multiply by 4x. Can you see? And sin 2x, we have a new question where I again divide by and multiply by 2x. Can you see? This is the method which actually creates denominators as equal to its angle, and this x will cancel, and this also cancel by 2. This 2 will outside, you know, and limit can be separated in two terms, numerator as well as in denominator. And now this is 2, this is 1 and this is 1. Why? Because under the limit x is 0, if sine have a n of 4x upon same is 1 and same is 1. So answer is 2. So this is a simple concept and question. So this from my side, this is I am just ordering the lecture of the day, and you students please go through the exercise 13.1. So some questions I will definitely make after your attempt. Thank you.